Well, hello there, out there in the world. My name is Brent Philbin, and as you can see, I am here at CryptoBasic Stadium for a one-of-a-kind show for all of you. This is going to be Mike's punishment. That's right. In a moment, we are going to go down live to the stadium, and it is Karim Baruke and Michael Lockey participating down on the field. They are going to be doing an incredible job of punishing the shit out of Mike. So, what happened? You see these above me? These coins are the coins that Mike chose to put into his portfolio for this particular contest. He lost. Karim won, so we were able to come up with a punishment. So what is that punishment? What is going to happen? Well, Mike is going to be eating some things / drinking some things. I'll let him explain what those are to you, but the important thing to note is none of them are going to go down easily. So, when we go down to the field, here's how the game is going to work. Karim's got a 1 through 5, ace through 5 cards. He's going to draw, and that is going to be what Mike is going to drink. It's going to represent each of these coins. Mike then has the option to try and draw a card to get some water. Now, if he's got a deck of 17 cards, only 3 of which will get him any water. A 4th one will get him extra water, and the 2 of them will make his punishment actually worse. If he really needs that water, he's going to have the option to beg Karim to give him another card by making one offer to do one thing for Karim. It can be anything. We don't know what that's going to be, and Karim can either accept and let him draw a card or decline the offer and make him drink. So, without further ado, I'm sure you're going to ask me, you're not going to understand all that, but that's what I'm here for. Professional commentary as we go down. But for our field reporting, we're going to go live to Karim Baruke for the setup. Karim.
What's up? All right, here is our field of play. Right here. All right. As Brent said, all of these draws, these are going to be safeguards. Queens, jacks, they don't matter. But
well, that Queen of Hearts matters, Karim.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. The Queen of Hearts matters. All right. So, since Mike picked Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is king, if Mike draws a king, he's going to be able to take 2 shots of water after having to drink one of these substances. However, if Mike draws the king or the Queen of Hearts, that's a double shot of whatever you're about to drink. These cards represent what everything is. Mike will explain to us what each thing is at the time. And finally, if he draws the Ace of Diamonds, he can have 2 shots of water that he can drink whenever he wants. Space him out whenever he wants.
Wow.
Mike, anything to say? You have 2 bad draws and 4 positive draws.
Yep. You got a ratio of 2 to 1 there, Mike. The way I'm seeing this is going to work out for you every time you draw a card, but it might be really, really bad. So we'll see. So
he also doesn't have to draw.
No, drawing is totally optional.
He doesn't want to risk it.
Drawing is totally optional. So, that's...
There might be a scenario where I feel like I don't need water, and that's the only... So the game is played. The only reason I would draw would be to get a resource of water.
That's right.
All right.
So, Mike, why don't you explain to us what you're going to be eating and how you feel, or drinking. Some of them I can't really tell if they're liquids or solids. So tell us what's going on
and what
represents each coin.
And what each one is, what they represent. Thank you. And why. Thank you.
All right. Well, here we are at the end of the portfolio competition. I think I lost to Brent by $2 or something along those lines.
Those are very important $2.
I agree. Every dollar matters. So here we are. So we had to pick 5 things that represented the 5 coins in my portfolio. We got with Bitcoin as Captain Morgan, as the daddy. This is King Karim's favorite alcoholic beverage, Captain Morgan spiced rum. So since Bitcoin was also in the winning portfolio, he thought there had to be something that was distasteful in perhaps my palate, but also represented something pure and whole in his mind. So Captain Morgan was chosen for this. We have a large portion of that
3 ounces.
straight up meat. And that is the ace of spades of the draws. There's the deuce of hearts, tray of hearts, which we're going to go in order. For deuce of hearts, it's going to be our Divix portion of our portfolio. And we decided to get some sugar-free ketchup from the store in hopes it's not going to go to waste.
Wow. So, Mike, you actually
Divix
chose to go with worse ketchup to make this even harder on yourself?
Well, I will say that Divix did leave quite of a bitter taste in my mouth and lots of other users based on the token exchange and the launch of the mainnet. As far as I'm concerned, that coin is in the shitcoin category. It is something that I wished I had known more about, and I just did a little more research or understood a little more. And, you know, it's going to be difficult to know when mainnets are going to fail and when these types of issues are going to arise, but that just goes to most of Karim's arguments, where if you invest in big projects that have already been thoroughly invested through and already gone through by much of the public for a significant amount of time, then you do not run into these kinks in the road.
Right. Well, all right. Perfect. Now, so I'm glad you chose shittier ketchup, because ketchup would have been my favorite amongst those things you have there, but shitty ketchup might not be. So congratulations on that.
I can't promise that it's shittier ketchup. It's a ketchup flavor that I've never tried. It was a sugar-free ketchup that was made with...
It was in a fancy bottle. It might be good.
It was definitely not the cost-effective option. It was not the mustard of this story.
Neither was purchasing that Divix coin, Mike. All right. So what is our next condiment?
All right, so for the tray of hearts is going to be represented by this bottle of Tabasco sauce. And this would be represented by Dragonchain. You know, when you belch, you burp fire with both Tabasco and Dragonchain. So this shitcoin, it had all the makings of becoming something. And I'm not going to say this is a full shitcoin yet. I'm not putting it in the Divix category, but it's just a reminder to the space that it's going to take an extremely long time for projects to develop, and even larger projects are falling behind on roadmaps, including this one. At this point, I will say that Dragonchain still can redeem itself, but I don't know what that time frame looks like. And if I were choosing a portfolio today, this would not be anywhere near it.
So, Mike, what you're saying is Dragonchain represents something that if it were a very small addition to your overall palate, it might taste good. But if you got too much of it, for instance, 4 ounces of the Dragonchain Tabasco, it may not taste that great.
Or 20% of your portfolio?
Yes. This would have been a much better as a sprinkle-on addition, a little morsel on the big picture, and the taste would have been much more succulent and much less bitter.
For those at home, CryptoBasic Stadium did do its research. It turns out 4 ounces of Tabasco is perfectly safe. We weren't actually 100% sure on that, so we wanted...
Karim was getting a little concerned as he was pouring it, which is not a good sign for me.
I'll put it to you this way, we started out with it was going to be 4 ounces of everything, and as I start pouring the first thing, I'm like, no way, dude. I'm not doing this to you.
But we decided...
I'm very thankful that Karim won and not Brent. We'll just put it that way. The internal behind-the-scenes agreement for this was that the winner of the portfolio would have final verdict on all decisions for the punishment, and the middle person who is neutral, you know, can contribute, but their opinion is not cemented. I am very glad Brent was in that role for this punishment decision.
Yep. Well, I was able to rent out this beautiful stadium for us, so you know it's a good thing that this was my role, and with these amazing little things we have going on here. All right. So that was our Tabasco. That represented Dragonchain. What do we have next?
All right. So we covered the Divix, we covered the Dragonchain, we covered Bitcoin initially. We're moving on to the mustard here. and that was going to be represented by Coss, which is an exchange. And I was very hopeful because they had a working product that things would be a lot smoother and the transition would be a lot easier. The fact that they had a revenue model built into their platform, obviously that's what an exchange does. As transactions happen, they make money. So I wanted to believe, and the volume is just not there. You know, the markets are down. The belief behind getting a lot of little pieces of shitcoins has some appeal. And, you know, if there is an exchange that gets enough volume with this model, I believe it could be appealing, but I'm not sure how sustainable this model is long term. And I am now all aboard the Binance train. I would have much preferred this yellow mustard be representing Binance. That's partially why I chose it. As far as I'm concerned, it's Binance at tier 1, everything else at tier 2, and you need a very good reason to be outside of tier 1.
So what you're saying is Binance is like the Hellmans or the Heinz of the crypto space. Which brand did we choose to represent Coss?
The Pittsburgh Steelers Heinz. Black and yellow, black and yellow. What was that?
Which brand did you choose to represent the Coss coin?
Oh, yes, very important here. We went with the local brand, a knockoff brand. We went with the local Publix grocers. They're only in the southeast of North America, or the United States, I apologize. And, you know, it's just a local brand. It's a shitcoin. It's a knockoff. It's a copy of everything else. If you're going to get off the original, make sure it's worthwhile.
Here's the thing. I will say I wanted to go to Walmart for that one, but we didn't feel like driving because Publix stuff is premium.
Yeah. You know what? Publix knockoff, you got a little... We wanted that to be a knockoff, but you got a little bit of a bonus there being a Publix knockoff because Publix is kind of the shit. For those of you who are unaware...
Karim's laziness won that battle.
Yeah. All right. So, shitty knockoff mustard represents Coss. Makes perfect sense. And finally, what do we got for your last coin?
So we had trouble deciding what was going to represent Neblio because I'm very okay admitting that I don't view this one as a shitcoin still. I still believe that this is a very risky coin to own in the sense that I don't know what crypto is going to look like in 3 years from now. However, it is not something that I'm going to file in the Divix category or even the Coss category. So we had trouble representing it with something to consume. We considered some horseradish. We considered some other options. We settled on blue cheese dressing, mostly for the economic reason that it wasn't going to go to waste. And, you know, Karim is actually going to entertain the idea of having the blue cheese himself at some point. So that was the only reason I chose it. I think Karim had another reason that he wanted to share.
But he's in the bathroom?
He did have to go pee.
No, I was getting a portable charger for the phone. It was done.
I understand. I had left your video up, so we got your avatar for a good 30 seconds there because I was responding to it.
I thought you had all 3 videos.
No, I'm
so
switch between them in the way that makes the most sense. Sometimes there's 3.
All right, so here's the thing. The other reason we picked blue cheese is because it was like a blue logo, and then when I asked where it was from, they were like, oh yeah, it might be foreign, and I opened it up, and the team was like super white. So I was like, all right, it'll be something blue, and everybody's white, so there's some blue cheese. It's pretty white.
Eventually, when it comes to colors, Karim's going to make it racial, so here we are.
Yeah, always. What a jerk. All right, so that sums up what Mike is going to be.
That's our introduction.
As you can see above my head, all of his coins are represented. As he completes them, we will check them off. And you'll also notice that that door in the background is open just in case we have what is known in this industry as a reversal of fortune. So, Karim, I see without further ado, maybe we get to the first drawing, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. Mike, I believe these are your... Yeah, all right. Let me know. You have to let me know what camera you're on. I'm going to put this one down to shuffle, or...
You know what? Why don't you worry about producing what's going on down there? Let the director direct. I will change my camera angles and not tell you shit about it.
Alright, fair enough. Okay, Michael.
Without further ado, the first one up.
Your first choice.
I like the enthusiasm which you explained the slamming of the table, so I would like you to slam it on the table.
So we've got a little bit of a change already in the way things are going to be delivered. We are now looking at a slam on the
We're changing our roadmap, guys.
All right.
We're changing our roadmap.
How this will look.
Whoa.
Okay, so
Man.
Okay, this is what it would look
that's
like.
brutal. That would have been a save for you. Kareem just blew
God
the draw.
damn.
You gotta shuffle those.
No. We're choosing
No, you
between
put it
these
on the
guys.
bottom, man. What a scumbag.
We're choosing between these guys. All right. Here we go. We're gonna go for the slam. Mike.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Kareem has
Are you shuffling?
jumped below
I'm
the
ready.
table.
I'm shuffling.
All right. 3, 2, 1, stop.
Slam! Bam! Here it comes! Oh! He's nowhere near the frame. Okay, there we go.
Deuce of hearts. The old Divix.
Of hearts. Oh,
the Divix deuce. The Divix.
Mike, you don't have to draw if
Kareem.
you don't want to, but would you like to draw?
All right, what we're looking at now is Mike has the option to draw one card. He may
Great, I'm
end
gonna
up
take the
having
draw.
to double the amount of Tabasco sauce that he's eating, but he may also get access
No, we're on
to
the
some
ketchup.
water. Oh, we're on ketchup. Excuse
We're
me.
on ketchup.
He may also get access to some water. Let's see what he
As a reminder, the Suicide King
King of hearts.
and his wife will be traded.
We want all genders represented equally on the CryptoBasic Podcast.
Mike, would you like to draw first?
I would.
All right, let's see if he gets access to some water to make this shitty ketchup a little easier.
A 10 of clubs.
No,
That is a big
that does
brick.
not give you any access to water. So you have the option to now make an offer to Kareem if you want. Or are you just going to drink ketchup with no water?
You know what? Out of principle, I'm going to reject the first offer.
All right, Kareem is
Let's get the show on the road.
Honestly, I kind of want... I'm a Band-Aid ripping type.
Oh, no.
So I've decided I'm ready to just rip it off.
Let's do it.
All right. It's ketchup drinking time, boys. There it is. Kareem is going in for the close-up. Let's go down to the camera. Oh, yes. He's got his yogurt spoon that Kareem acquired 4 years ago, has been using since. Oh, yes. All that ketchup just going right down the gutter ball. Oh, yeah. Mike, can you describe the flavor of that ketchup versus...
It tastes
not
like
shitty
warm
ketchup?
SpaghettiOs.
Warm spaghetti.
Should have cooled it off.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
Warm spaghetti is going down. Mike, do you wish there was sugar in that now that you're kind of balls deep in it? Was that a heave? Oh my God, was that a heave already? Oh,
That's enough. That's enough.
No.
It's enough.
is it gone?
That's enough.
Zoom in on
It's
the cup.
enough.
Show us what's left. All right, judges.
It's. I think it's enough. It's enough.
Judges. Oh, the judges have spoken. They agree that it's enough. So, Mike, congratulations. Bing! Divix gets the red X.
Mike, how you feeling, bro? The bathroom's behind you.
Oh,
What's that? No, all I can think about is one of these is fucking Tabasco.
Tabasco sauce is definitely the elephant in the room here, boys.
This is insane.
The 3 of hearts is going to be painful.
The ketchup is down.
And
The
I'm going to need
ketchup-
some water for that.
1 out of 5. We've done 1 out of these 5 things that need to be drank. And what is probably
All right.
the most tasty of all of them. Kareem can't stand.
It's debatable. Kareem literally cannot stand.
This is. I feel like in 100 years I would go to jail for this because this is torture. Like this is so fucked up.
Well, here we are.
All right, let's get more fucked
Keep
up.
cracking the whip.
Kareem, give him his second coin. Punishment.
Oh my goodness. Mike, how do you
20% done. I picked my first coin from my portfolio and I shit it out.
Oh, Mike, I would suggest that you record the shit that you take right after all this stuff hits you.
Oh, no.
It is going to be incredible.
I'm using my powers as a winner to veto that idea. Shut up, sportscaster.
Brent, give me the login for the Snapchat account.
Yes, that should go absolutely on the CryptoBasic Snapchat. All right.
Yeah, you'll have 24 hours to view it.
Would you like slam or draw?
Slam it.
All right.
Start shuffling, buddy.
We're shuffling up for the second choice.
And stop.
Down on the tee.
Slam away.
I'm covering the whole thing in the palm of my hand.
Boom. What is it? It is the 5. The 5 of hearts. I don't remember which one that
That's
blue
the
cheese
blue
round.
cheese.
Blue cheese.
I mean, Coss.
Everyone
No,
knows that ketchup
Neblio.
with blue cheese.
It's all very white and chunky and blue labeled. All right.
Mike, I'm sorry if you don't mind. Real quick, I just need to take a water break.
I understand.
No. He's rubbing it in, drink it. Oh. Put that right back there.
I would not wish this upon anybody else. All right. So I have my draw for the turn. I untapped.
All right, here we go. Is Mike
Let's see
going
if
to
we
manage
can,
to run
I would really appreciate the, what is it, Ace of Diamonds is my gin card?
Yes, the Ace of Diamonds.
Huh?
That looks a
The Ace
little
of Diamonds
bit
would give me two little glasses of water that I could use whenever. I ultimately need that before I draw the 3 of hearts. Without that, I'm going to be in rough shape. All right.
All right, what do we have? There it is. Zooming in. Oh my God!
King of
Diamonds! Yay!
So he has
All right.
need to drink some water with this blue cheese. Oh, I feel terrible about this. He got that way too early on in this process.
He's still got another 2. Here you go, Mike. I will refill these at the end of the turn. Put that to water. You could drink them whenever you want throughout the turn.
Oh.
That's going to be very helpful. But once the blue cheese is done, I have to finish this, right?
Yeah, you can't take another
before your next.
They don't carry to the next turn, right?
No.
It doesn't carry over.
All right, so we only have temporary relief till end of turn. All
Diamonds.
right, it only carries over the Ace of Diamonds. Cool. So this is very helpful. Where did my spoon go?
If
it were Brent, I would be doing this.
The same thing.
I would be doing this exact same thing in my underwear at like the intersection of like whatever the largest intersection is in this area. I don't know. And he tricked Karim into it being a good idea.
All right, there.
Somehow I'm finding gratitude in this much blue
is
cheese.
the blue cheese.
Hey, blue cheese is good. Just imagine lettuce. Oh, look. Lettuce is mostly water, and he has water.
We already got already a slight gag reflex there. We're going to get everybody away from the shaky cam for a moment. We don't want the viewers to have a gag reflex as well. All right. We are really getting... Oh, we're going nose plug. Oh, yes. This is Sports Center. Oh, the bathroom's behind you. Karim, you need to get this if he goes in. Oh, okay. All right. Swishing it around. Oh,
That was not good.
I didn't realize how good of a draw this king was. I thought the blue cheese was an easy one.
Me too.
Oh,
I thought this was a buy round.
is this sugar-free blue cheese?
Okay.
No, I even got the full fat one instead of the light one.
That might have been the misplay.
I'm going to go ahead and narrate the ingredients while Mike finishes this, Brent.
Great.
Just so we know why this is so difficult. So, soybean oil, water, distilled vinegar, blue cheese,
Soybean.
salt, sugar.
Oh, there is sugar. Good choice. That's better than the alternatives.
It's not bad.
Man, what a viscous lick! I bet he's glad he has the spoon though, because licking this shit out of there would have been real tough. There we go. We got another scoop. of the spoon. He's really, really nursing that water.
Oh, yeah, he's playing it really well with the water for sure.
Yeah.
I'm pacing myself.
You know, maybe Mike...
I don't know how valuable the resource is yet. I gotta
sacrifice the rest of that water to mix it in with the blue cheese.
I did consider that in the equation. I quickly eliminated that. I would rather find a way to heat it up so I could make it even more condensed. And I could evaporate it into a thicker substance that I could take in a quicker shot.
For those at home,
however, I don't think I have that option.
A bad idea. I feel like that would have been even worse. It would have made it look disgusting. Feel disgusting. We almost got away with that one. All right, let's go back down to the felt. All right. Getting a little bit more water there. Oh, that captain was supposed to be a reprieve, but just imagine taking 2.5 shots at Captain Morgan after you almost puke your guts out because of blue cheese. Oh.
Dude, we can't do this. We have to pull the plug on this.
Kareem's getting cold feet already. Maybe we should have had a camera on Kareem and had like a little like meter.
It's very entertaining, I promise. He's just
how bad Kareem feels as it's going forward. His like empathometer as it moves along.
All right, inspection.
All right, judges, take us down. What do we got?
Clear.
All right, look clear. Wow. Did not think that was going to be as tough as it was. Congratulations. Take your time finishing off that water. Here we go. We're doing another draw. What is our whammy here? The 3 of hearts is the whammy?
Yes.
Oh. All right, viewers.
What are you hoping for?
Nothing.
We are looking.
Let's just go.
We are looking for the Queen of Hearts, and
there's no good draws. They're only bad. It's just like, which bad draw do we have? So
all right.
Stop.
Okay.
Slammer time. Uh-oh.
What is it? Oh! God, it's a 4 of hearts.
Cancel everything. The dogs don't like it. Dogs fight a keto power.
Renzi.
No more.
Everybody relax. Everybody calm down. Hey, buddy, that was me. Look. Okay, anyway. Everybody chill, bro. I feel like even the dogs know that whatever's happening here is not morally correct.
All right. Yes. Is this off-brand ketchup right now, Kareem?
Off-brand mustard.
Off-brand mustard, excuse me. Oh, and you know what? Oh, I forgot to do this. I forgot to X out Neblio. Go! Neblio!
What?
Okay.
Why you go?
I'm in a soccer stadium, bruh. You gotta say no, and you gotta scream goal. Those are my 2 goals for this.
And no. Let me hear you say hey yo.
All right.
Hey, yo.
Here we go. Is Mike
gonna
pull off some water
please. again? Ace of diamonds would be dope as fuck. So let's draw one. I hope this is it right now. Kingdom.
Another king.
Got Kingdom. Got Kingdom.
King.
Who
wow.
better than Mike? This is
guys, let their justice prevail. We have 2 of the 4 win cards out of 17.
On standby for the mess that we were worried Mike was going to bring up. All right, let's go check out Kareem's pour. Very, very... Oh.
I am very thankful to be awarded this Cardano.
Mike, how do you feel about the amount of water that you've been given? They are not filled to the top.
They feel pretty shallow to me compared to the first round, but it's not my place
Kareem
to
is signaling with his words that he feels bad for you, but with his actions, you can see that he's relishing in this because he was trying to give you less water than you deserved.
Prisoner's dilemma.
All right, there's your water. Wow, what a good draw! He got the water on the 2 thick ones.
The 2 most viscous.
Thank you, Brent.
Yes.
So, I'm 40% complete, and I feel 80% complete. So, this is going significantly worse than I expected to this point. I did not expect to have any issues with the blue cheese. I definitely could have threw that up at any point.
Wow.
I don't know what it is about just the idea that your brain's rejecting it. Like, these are things that I eat all the time, but your brain just knows that there's a fucking, like, villain in this cup. And I'm just, like, fighting it as much as I can. It's, like, ridiculous.
Just picture
like, it's just fucking
mustache on top of a nice, juicy steak, marinated perfectly, and then, picture the same thing with the mustard.
You know what I wish I had with some of this mustard right now? Just nice deli ham. Just like the simple sandwich. Just no. I'm not even a big ham guy, but for whatever reason, that's what would make this taste better.
Look how casual Mike is about to just dive into this mustard here. He's got both of those things of water. He's confident. He is ready to destroy this off-brand shit mustard. Oh. Oh. Karim, make sure you're not plugged into the wall here.
It's not possible, Mike.
No, this one, no.
You've got water. Don't give up on
I do have water, but it's not the water that matters. Like,
here we go. Yes. Now, when professional eaters eat this stuff, they will often soak it in water first to make it more palatable. Now, if that is what you need, make sure take them both at the same time. If you ever bit into a steak and realized it was way too dry and you had to add water to it to avoid choking in your own mouth, exactly. Oh man! So this is the equivalent of going for it on 4th and 7 here with Mike.
No, it's not. We never had any positive yards. We're going for it on 4th and 30.
4th and
on our side of the field.
4th and 30, Mike.
Mike, you could call a timeout and make an offer.
All right.
I'm just giving you an
People,
out.
stop. Here's what's happening. Karim has felt too bad as watching Mike here. He's giving him the opportunity to offer him something. Karim, correct me if I'm wrong here. You are going to let him out of the mustard and maybe into something else?
So I'm going to have him come up with something that he thinks is fair, and I'm either going to say yes or no. So it's up to him to come up with something that he thinks is a good buyout.
Mike, if you had one shot,
whether for the show or for the whatever,
one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, which is not throwing up this mustard, would you capture it or let it slip? Mom, SpaghettiOs on my sweater already. That was a callback to the beginning of the episode when he said that the ketchup tasted like shitty SpaghettiOs.
All right, Karim, I have an offer. In exchange for allowing me out of the mustard, the rest of the mustard, I will record the next flagship, and at the end of every time it's my turn to speak, at the end of every thing that I say, I will conclude with, and I will not invest in shitcoins.
Ooh, Karim. Think about that offer. You're going to hear everything Mike finishes, every statement he makes, he's also going to say he will not invest in shitcoins.
deal.
Wow. Deal. He gave him a deal. I would never let him off that easily. Unbelievable. Show us how much mustard was left there. Look at how early he threw in the towel with this. I mean, this is just... oh, boy. And he got the water? Unbelievable. You know what? The refs in this game don't know what the...
I was willing to ask for forgiveness rather than permission on that one.
If he was a woman, you wouldn't be treating him this way. Well, you know what's not going to get a red X on it? The fucking Coss, because it didn't get finished. Coss is going to go right over here. It's going to be the elephant in the room. Bam. Brought to you by Coss. Interestingly, Mike, do you still own any Coss?
I do.
Would that be the only coin aside from Bitcoin that you still own?
Of this group?
Yep.
I have Neblio as well.
Blue cheese.
But a much smaller position.
Got to know our biases on the coins that we're opting out of.
I did trim some fat, though.
In more ways than one,
I got
sir.
lean again.
Congratulations on your weight loss. We're putting you right out of ketosis right now.
So, my thoughts at this point of the challenge. I have no idea what to expect with the captain, but the Tabasco seems like I'm going to try, but I just can't fathom.
Here's the good thing about the Tabasco. Now, remember, Mike, in our research, we found somebody ate 16 ounces of this, and we are only asking you to eat 4. The big thing we found in our research is if you take it all at once, then you don't have time to feel the reversal of fortune coming. So you've got 2 shots left here. A shot of Captain.
I think that's going to be a very high percentage of just like projectile vomit, instantaneous, like all over the camera and whatnot. And like Karim's house is too nice, and I respect him too much to try this in one big gulp.
Well,
I will probably try to. All right, so here's what I agree with. In the hot tub to cold plunge concept, I'm all about plunging into the cold water. I'm all about ripping the Band-Aid off. That's fine. But to me, risk reward, I'm probably going to have to negotiate a buyout if we get the 3 of hearts at this point.
Karim, are you really willing to offer more than 1 buyout?
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry, listeners. We expected this to be a real punishment. Oh, unbelievable. Okay, well, let's draw to see which coin Mike might actually eat. Let's see what happens. Karim, let's get the cards.
I'm getting humiliated plenty. Don't you worry, Brent.
You might have got the water a little too early. You kind of sacrificed the water because you got out of it.
Yeah, but I was also significantly more of a dog in this than I expected.
All right.
To be fair.
Let's get that next draw ready.
All right.
There it is. Is that the... It's the 3 of hearts. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is it. This is the moment of truth. This is what we were all waiting for. Mike, you going to try to draw and risk doubling your Tabasco?
I'm not drawing. I've decided that I believe at this point getting 1 brick and 2 positive draws out of the deck makes my risk of drawing, like risk versus reward, much worse on a doubler than it is for the
Remember,
water.
Mike, what we said was that if you can give Karim an offer to draw a second card, you can ignore bad results. So really, you only have to fade the first result, and then you'll get a pseudo free roll at the second one.
I also expected the water to be a much larger asset than it turned out to be.
Oh,
so
all right.
The asset that it's providing is not, the juice is not worth the squeeze like I originally anticipated.
Oh, all right. So no more drawing of cards. Mike is done. He's going Tabasco. Let's discuss strategy here, Mike. So you've already said you don't want to go all in. I actually think that's the best strategy from an analyst who's done a lot of random eating and drinking bets over the course of my life. I think all in is your best bet. Now, what are you thinking?
Brent, what is your bias here? Why do you want me to go all in?
No. I'm trying to help. I want to see this completed. I'm upset that we didn't complete Coss.
Oh,
I'm trying to help us get the rest of these X's on.
Karim and I created the rules of the game, and we're following through with the rules of the game. I am going to attempt this to a point where I've decided I can no longer go. And I think that will hopefully provide some satisfaction to the viewers, to Karim, and if it upsets Brent, that's just icing on the cake. We cool with that, Karim?
Yeah, we can't post this, guys. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What? Yeah, here, let's go.
What?
Yeah, for sure. You definitely don't have to go further than you feel like you can.
Oh!
Oh, hell no.
Go to the bed. Go to the bed. Dude, we're done.
Get in there! Karim, go!
We're good, man. We're good. All right. know the stakes are huge. So a potential offer has to also be huge. So I'm definitely going to try to attempt to frame this in a way that is more appealing to Karim than the previous offer. So Brent, what do you think are the
I may counter. I make counters. So
you make the rules, buddy. It's your game.
Wait. Should we switch up
Brent.
who makes the offer? Maybe Karim makes
Oh,
the
yeah,
offer
of course.
and Mike
If Karim-
either accepts or declines.
no. I want to hear it.
All right, he may counter. All right, so he wants me to give the first offer like every good negotiator does. Brent, if you were tackling this problem, what types of fruit would you dangle in front of Karim?
Honestly, I feel like he's going to accept any offer you give him because he's feeling really bad right now. So
I am weighing that into my decision as well, but I don't want to get off
I
totally
would offer
free.
him Norman Love chocolate shipped to his house. That's what I'd do.
Would that be good enough? I would be more than happy to send you some Normal Love chocolates. I'll even write you a handwritten note.
Karim is in
Big box.
deep thought.
How many pieces roughly?
Wait, what? Karim, what did you say there? We didn't quite hear.
More than 10. Yes, I'll take it.
More than 10?
Yeah.
All right, he said a 12-piece box, and I accepted.
A 12-piece box of Norman Love chocolate, some free advertising for Norman Love from Fort Myers, Florida, shipped to his door in a nice little container. Make sure it's all dark chocolate, Mike. Do not do anything stupid and give him milk chocolate. I've made that mistake before. It's not that good. Or white chocolate. Dark chocolate only. Karim, you've accepted. What were some of your counters there, Karim?
No, Brent's read was right. I was accepting most things. I felt pretty bad.
I agree with that.
But Norman Love was like a great pre-roll that I actually feel like I won the contest now. Up until now, I've felt bad mostly. Not like it.
All right. That's a good point. We haven't really, celebrated your win. We more just smeared my defeat. So...
Winner.
Well, the last thing you get to do is a celebratory shot. So I feel like Karim should also participate in this. We completed
All right, give me a...
2/5 of the contest.
All right, Karim. I'll make you an offer.
Okay.
I'm going to take all of this Captain Morgan in your honor. I would like a chaser in the form of that can over there. And I will also, to reward you as the winner of the contest, I will buy you another bottle of private stock Captain Morgan, which is my better version of this Captain Morgan that I prefer. And I know that is another soft place in your heart, as we've already discussed. That's why it's represented Bitcoin. So,
Wow.
do you accept?
So, Karim, you got out of this contest with approximately the amount of money that we gave away to the winner of the contest. The private stock is a good $40 bottle. The Norman Love chocolates are at least $60 shipped. So, well done, sir. Your compassion.
I am not going to ship that to him. I plan on drinking it with him at the right time.
You have accomplished a $100 return on your investment, which if you had actually made it, would have been a minus $700 return. So that is plus 800 lifetime. I am proud of you. Very good job. Mike, please come up to the camera and maybe give us a toast with this shot. I'm going to pre-give us this red X. I'm assuming you're not going to throw up the shot. So we're going to cross off Bitcoin. You know, I want to say a 60% completion rate, but I really say it's above 60% completion rate here. You're really talking about 70%. You got at least some of each of those items into your belly. Look at that.
Cheers.
Little crypto basic. Cheers.
No more.
Honestly, guys, I just want to say a couple things. Even though I ended up losing this contest and you're making me do this, I'm very thankful that we've gotten together. We've spent more time together. We put this show together. We're entertaining a lot of people. We're learning along the way. We're learning different things. And I'm just thankful for this journey, and I'm looking forward to where it's going.
Cheers.
Wow, look at that. Look at that. Take that. Bing. Bap. And boom. Well, there you have it. Crypto Basic, folks. Live from Crypto Basic Stadium. We had an event that can be almost described as a Browns game. Mike didn't lose, but he didn't win either, so it was a tie, which is really the best result we can hope for.
That's right, Ramsey. Stop, Brent, that's bullshit.
Oh my god, this is so
Brent, that's bullshit, right?
The
Tell him.
dogs are not happy with what I just said, but that's okay. So, for the Crypto Basic team, I've been Brent Philbin, but we've been watching Karim Baruche take it easy on Michael Lockey. Please stay tuned. Like and subscribe down below. And, follow us on all our different various social media platforms. We are not dietitians or nutritional advisors.
That's Crypto Candor.
Yes, that is true. I'm sure we didn't tell her we were going to do this. So, she probably would have had some words of caution. All right.